Hey everybody, November 21st, 2025. In an earlier video, which I haven't posted yet, I predicted that I was going to get some shit in the mail from somebody. And guess what? Guess what? Here we go. This is what I got right here. Let's open it up together and see what it is. Well, anyway, I predicted it. There it is. Now, if you listen to what Cody Hart's saying, and you listen to some of these other videos, they ring true. And what they have done to me, I have done nothing to anybody. No property damage, no nothing. No physical violence, nothing. No one's been injured, nothing. They've been attacking me because John Rose, working with Lisa Janicki and Casey Cycler and Kelly Gillingham, illegally using Bert Hoff's name to write water reviews. They said it was for internal use only, but then the water reviews that he attached the plots to are the neighbors that are attacking me. And, it just, makes total sense. And Seattle City Light, their illegal conveyances with the Johnsons, and the Fords, Lance Eugene Ford, the fire marshal commissioner for District 8, who is right across from Janicki's new warehouse. Gee, I don't believe in coincidences. And, the people behind me living in a place for 20 years. And I just read on the Larry Jennings case, and it's almost identical. You name, it's just, there's a little slight differences, but they're pretty much the same. And they did the same thing to Corey Haynes, and they did the same thing to Ed Krastoff, and just different versions of the same thing. Harassment, stalking, and Tom Wenzel stating things like, oh, Mr. Romano thinks he can come into a public building and have freedom of speech. That is the most unconstitutional thing I've ever heard. Them denying me access to the computers, which is right there for the public. Doesn't matter. None of their business. Why? If I want to use them, I should be able to use them. Jamie Breadstead, I just read some things on him. He's denying records and doing all kinds of nasty things for the sheriffs. The sheriff's making false police reports, in cahoots with Janicki, and it's just a total nightmare. Unlawful orders, false arrests on hearsay. They're sending the health department over to my place. They're sending they're doing everything in the book to, mentally have you, drive you nuts. But it ain't going to work. Not with me, because I ain't crazy. Crazy like a fox. Listen to some of them videos, the King Ranch, all the things they did to them. And this was, when I bought it, this property, it said farm on it. And it was commercial property. And I do have the homestead inherited rights papers on my title. Nobody else has provided a title search. Because they'd get caught. It's the oldest place on this whole road. And in several documents, it states Schuler Creek. They somehow turned it into an unnamed creek. And that's where the Murdoch case comes in with King County. They're fudging numbers around. Doing some, Anyway, something's wrong with that Murdoch case. Versus Department of Ecology. I should look that one up, you guys. And Jack Moore, he's all over the paperwork that states that the Johnson's kin is making trouble, yada yada. Seattle City Lights so hard to deal with, yada yada yada. And they switching, doing property swaps with Parks and Recreations, plot 44674, and my property using Ray Wine's name in 1994 or 5, when Ray Wine didn't own this place. Bert Hoff owned it since the 81. And they took total advantage of Bert Hoff, or I don't know how that situation went. But anyway, he was a treasurer for Olympia. That's why they're just waiting for him to die. Just like they're waiting for Clarence Jones to die up in, it's still Rockport, but they call it Marble Mount. And a wonderful old guy, me and him get along great. And they're screwing him. They're screwing him too, and he don't know it, and I don't want to jeopardize our friendship over it. So hopefully he doesn't see this video. If you do, Jones, love you, man. These people are scandalous. And so Jonesy's neighbors, the DSH lady, where I mentally abused a vulnerable adult who was deemed, I'm sorry, but it's been stressful, deemed mentally capable to take care of Mary Warren's estate. How, I don't know, but what anyway. And in the same month, her daughter files that I mentally abused a vulnerable adult. So how with that has vascular dementia. So how could she have vascular dementia but still be mentally capable of taking care of someone's estate? It's impossible. Anyway, there's the corruption. The county all knows it. Something's wrong with that Mary Warren deal. So anyway, they grant it to their daughter. Their daughter sells it for 400 some odd thousand, I think. I could be wrong, but something like that. Why wouldn't they and why would she give it to her supposed husband that she's married to, which I don't believe they are. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think they ever were. That's one of Skagit County's scams about people getting married and then they get divorced and switch names and a bunch of AKAs and yeah. And and then there's Miss Brunswick. I can't say her name, but we all know who she is. West Coast Realty, Marble Mount Realty Properties. Connect all them together with Cinema Septic and Carrie Uckland and Julie Uckland, where there's a resolution going on about that Julie Uckland somewhere up in. Anyway, look it up and tie them all together. That's who hit me on my motorcycle. Stopped right in the middle of the road, took an illegal left without a blinker in a passing zone when she was doing 35 and a 50. And the cops tried blaming it on me and did a bunch of other crap and they took my driver's license away when it was her fault, straight up. Bottom line, her fault. She could have got out of the way. I skidded for about 150 yards, or at least 100 yards, a good football field length. The pavement was wet. And she could have punched it and got out of the way, but she stayed there with this farm truck and two guys that they didn't even take them witness statements. Them two guys, they didn't take their license plate, who they were. Anyway, just a bunch. Shoved me at the hospital in a room. Oh, the first responder chick wanted to call a helicopter, and I'm like, I ain't paying for that. No, I don't need no helicopter. And she wrenched my hip down. I mean, wrenched it down. And I told her, asked her if she could. No, if you got to keep your. It was a bunch of bull crap. She was trying to hurt me. So anyway, they get me to the hospital, and they push me back in this room where there's like IV stands on 3 on one side and 3 on the other. This clipboard falling down in there, and this room that doesn't even have monitoring systems, and leave me there all by myself. It wasn't even like I don't know what kind of room it was. But it wasn't for anybody who just got in a motorcycle accident, possible head injuries. You know, they don't. Anyway, it was bad. And I ended up walking out of there because of that crap. They took my jacket with my cell phone and my wallet, all went to the tow yard. And then the tow yard guy, he needed cash only. Cash only. Cash only. And that's how they drain you. And it was a bunch of... They should have never been towed because the cop pushed it up into my driveway up and said he wasn't going to tow it. And then they changed their mind. Officer Case, dirty, rotten cop, liar, told Officer Brown to lie in a police report that he fired his taser when he didn't. And Officer Brown obviously didn't do that because he told me. I called him. I asked him, what's going on? He said, you fired your taser. You never fired your taser. Anyway. Making false police reports, lies, false arrests, false imprisonment, bogus mental evaluations. That's how they're criminal. That's how they're weaponizing DSHS. This unstable. Are you mental? Or it is how. That's the lowest thing you could do. They don't know me. They sure do know a lot about me for not knowing me at all. Yeah. Anyway, following my public pretender home and threatening me with arrest if I don't leave. I never followed him anywhere. It was my buddy's truck. He left one way and I went the other. What a joke, man. Got a copy of my itinerary from that day. Nowhere was I even near. It's a big setup. Just so bogus. So Helen Keller can see it and hear it. Unbelievable. So unconstitutional. Criminal acts by Skagit County elected officials. Lisa Janicki. Real estate broker / developer, Miss Brunswick, who claims she was married to Richard Johnson, and I don't believe they ever were. But they might have been. And now Mr. Donald A. Lennox, tribal, admitting he put hands on me. And no charges against him for assault. Ed Krastoff, straight up assaulted me twice. 3 times, actually. Caught me with an uppercut, shattered my teeth. No assault charges. I wanted to press. Sheriffs played it down, played the police report down, and never filed charges. The prosecutor... I don't even know if we even got to the prosecutor. The state prosecutor. The Wilsons don't know anything about no creek. We don't know anything about our creek. And my helmet hit his arm. Yes. So I was assaulted by Mr. Wilson and no assault charges. Couldn't talk to the Parks and Recreations guy, sheriff or whatever he was. Law enforcement of Parks and Game and Wildlife wouldn't even let me talk to him. He witnessed it. They wouldn't let me talk to him. His supervisor. And he just shunned me. Because of the property swap with plot 44674. Ray Wine, using Berthoff's name all that good stuff. Just all kinds of falsifying documents. I got proof of it right here. And they just keep demonizing and criminalizing me. Sending me legal bogus shit. Unbelievable. I predicted it. It's in my logbooks from a long time ago. What are they going to do next? Blah, 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 blah. Sure enough, who's in town? Every time she's in town, that's all she does is stir the shit up. Lies, slander. She's committed perjury, real estate fraud, really insurance fraud. Because no one broke into her house. She broke into her own house. Same scenario on Honeysuckle. Just a different house. And yeah, same though. Her, like the officer said in one police report, the wordage is the same. Everybody's wordage is the same. That's right, because they are straight up ganging up on me because of the water and shit. Like Mr. Wood says to me, "Oh well, if we have to start paying for it, we'll be kind of pissed about that." That's what he said to me. Oh, and guess who helped Mr. Woods put in his security cameras on his home? Fixed his chipper, fixed his riding lawnmower. Because I thought he was actually helping me when he was actually digging the knife in, stirring it deeper and deeper. Unbeknownst to me, the innocent victim. I ain't no smooth talker, as you can tell by my videos. Like Miss Abel, I'm sorry, I ain't going to say her last name, but anyway, Miss Brunswick states in one of her things, oh, he's a smooth talker and this and that, and don't believe what he says. And no, that's her. She's the smooth talker. Yeah, like a cheap car salesman. She thinks she's some kind of cougar too, and she dresses up like an old lady with the old lady rings and oh God, it's just ridiculous. Just like, oh my God, yeah. And that Donald Lennox, I'm gonna have to, if I have to wire every house in the neighborhood, why that? Yeah, stalking and surveilling. Like he's got his cameras up on me, right up there, right in my outhouse, right down the easement that I have every right to. And that's how they're making it this civil shit. And that's how they turn, into this civil thing. So it costs all kinds of money. That's, yep. So, and Tom Wenzel stating something like, not only the unconstitutional thing where I don't have freedom of speech in a public building, but let's see something about an educational visit. But said to the cops, well, why don't we pay him an educational visit? What does that mean? And why was he at my attorney's talking to my attorney, Mr. Tom Seguin? And then when I records request what that was about, they can't give me any information or something. Yeah. And I asked Tom Seguin for my discovery in my file, and he wouldn't give it to me. That's against the law right there. Let's see, many more things. Danny Hagen recycling my homestead and heritage papers that I gave him as proof of for the assessment that I had water. I got the check that was done in 1938. Got got the as-built drawings that says right on there septic, power, water. But they won't recognize my septic. But even though the health department keeps sending me, I need to show my that I cleaned it out. But then the assessor says I don't have one. And the department in the Board of Equalization on the appeal, it states that I said I don't have septic, and that's not true. They turn everything around. Because I asked them what happened to my homestead and heritage rights. Well, they said, they never did. But Danny Hagen recycled them. Got him right on recording when I told him I was recording. So, we're going to see what this letter is. I'll make another video. This is going on too long. All right, like, hate, subscribe. Everybody, peace out. Be nice to each other. Cool, man. And this ain't no legal advice. All the disclaimer crap, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Too late, Tony. Over now.